What is up, guys? In this video we're going to be going over our very first condition statements, and this is going to help us with making decisions in case something happens or in case something doesn't happen. And we can get started immediately by creating what we can call a mock chatbot. But let's go ahead and first create a string, which is going to take the name. And right now we're not going to enter any name, but we will update that very shortly. Then we will go ahead and type int number, because we will also be using a number for this. And we'll just set the value of 12. Now we're going to create an if statement. And again, this is going to check if a statement is true, this is going to happen, else something else will happen. So what we're going to do here is check if the name is equal to my own name. Then we'll go ahead and print to the console, welcome back, Federico, with an exclamation mark. So far, if we run the program, nothing's going to happen because the name has not satisfied this condition, which means nothing will be printed. But if we go ahead and type in my name here and rerun the program, it's going to say, welcome back, my name, because it has satisfied this condition. Now let's go ahead and give it some more options. So else if the name is something else, and inside here we should go ahead and insert name is equal to Philip, for example. We'll just go ahead and print out go away Philip and close that. And you can add as many else if statements as you want, but later on I'll show you that there's a more convenient way to use that than just writing a bunch of else ifs, but for this example this is perfectly acceptable. And we're going to create an else statement that covers everything else that can happen. So in case they enter a name that's not part of these two conditions, we're going to print out hello plus the name that the person has entered plus an exclamation mark. So now if we go and run the program, as you can see it's still my name, which means we will get this as an output. But if we go ahead and change the name to Philip and run the program, the program's going to say, go away Philip, because this is my program. And if we type in anything else, a name that's not recognized by the program, and rerun the program, it's going to say hello plus the name that the user has entered. So that's a very basic way on how you can use if and else. And it also works for numbers. What's important is that you just make sure it gives either true or false as a return. So let's go ahead and create something for the number. So if the number is more than 10, then we are going to print the number and the string is more than 10, exclamation mark. And it is not required to provide an else statement. Usually you just do that in case you want to handle something that's not covered by the if, but sometimes you can just insert an if you just want something to happen every now and then or on special occasions. So if we rerun the program, it's going to say that 12 is more than 10. And the same thing goes for 100 if we change the number to 100. But if we change the number to 9, we're not going to have anything printed because 9 is not more than 10. Now there's actually one last thing I'm going to show you for this example, and this is called the ternary operator. We're going to change this variable to time and change it to the hour 20. Now we're going to find out how we can make a statement much more simple, because it is annoying to go ahead and write if else for such a simple statement. And what I mean is we're going to create a string called greeting, and that's going to equal if the time is less than 12. We're going to use this ternary operator, which means it's going to return good morning. And just by adding a colon, we can add the false condition. If it's not less than 12, it's going to return good evening. Now if we go ahead and print out the greeting, we're going to have printed out to us good evening, because it has returned false for this statement here, which gives us this instead. And if we change it to 10 and rerun the program, it's going to say good morning. So as you can see, this is the exact equivalent to this right here. It just looks a lot more clean and it's a lot easier to write. So I definitely recommend, if you have a very simple if-else statement, to use the ternary operator. It works exactly the same way. You can even write, if name is equal to Florian, then it's going to print good morning. Otherwise, if it's not equal to Florian, it's going to say good evening. So if we run the program, as always, we're going to have this very simple process that's going to give us the result of good morning. And That's essentially how the ternary operator works. It saves us the hassle of having to write if and else in a huge block of code. But with that being said, I believe that's all I wanted to cover regarding the if and else statement plus the ternary operator. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below and I'll do my best to answer it. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video.